Okay, good day, everybody. This is Dennis Wilbur, the Active Trend Trader. Welcome to today's session of On the Radar. Got 3 stocks to hit really quick. We'll do that towards the end of the session. If you're joining us on Instagram, welcome aboard. Glad to see you're here. And if you are joining us there and you have a stock you would like us to take a look at, just leave a comment down in the bottom section, and we will basically try to get around to that before today's session is over. Again, once this session, I record every session. We do this 3 times a week at approximately 1 p.m. Pacific time on the radar, and we do it here on Instagram stream. The recorded session is uploaded to YouTube channel, Market Tech Talk, and you can see that there. And normally I get that up sometime in the afternoon. In case but in plenty of time for you to take a look to see if there is a stock that we may have covered that looks good for tomorrow. So that's one of the things that we want to be doing and taking a look at. So with no further ado, let's jump into the session. There we go. I'm going to start out with this S&P. The S&P. Yep. Okay, and as represented by the spiders. And so welcome aboard, everybody. And like I said, if you have a stock you want us to take a look at, just please leave a comment down in the comment section. So the S&P, basically we had a 3-day pullback. We have a bullish engulfing pattern of that 3-day yesterday's candlestick. So it looks all positive, like it may be ready to rock and roll. The one thing that is missing from this equation at this particular point in time is this. Basically, TSI is still pointing down. So when that happens, basically price action can churn up and down, or even sometimes break out before we actually get a momentum shift. And right now we do not have a momentum shift yet, but one could be in the offing. We'll be continuing to watch that. As we get closer, today's Wednesday, as we get closer to the end of the week, I'll be looking at what is the weekly chart, trying to tell us. Weekly really quick. Oh, please don't. And the weekly chart at this particular point is not telling us of anything. It's basically showing us that it's we have a kind of a hanging man type of pattern inside of last week's candlestick. Again, one of the things when you're looking at candlesticks to remember is that a candlestick does not provide 100% accurate information until it completes. And so at this particular point, yes, while this looks like it could in fact be a hanging man or a dragonfly doji, we still have 2 more days, Thursday and Friday to get through before we'll have an absolute accurate picture. Come back and join us on Friday for on how to make money trading stocks and options, and you'll get a better picture of where things could be going from here. So that's what we've got going with the spiders. Am I in a hurry to, do we have while one could say, yeah, this is a buy trigger, price action wise, our TSI or our momentum is not showing that that's the case. What about the Qs, the NASDAQ, represented by the Qs? Again, similar type situation. There we go. 3-day pull, or basically a 3-day pullback, bullish engulfing of yesterday's candlestick from a new. So it counts as an outside day. That can be a positive move to the upside. TSI again has not crossed up, or even doesn't even look like it wants to bend up. So as we've seen over the recent past, that these big daily moves can be reversed and pushed down just as hard the other way tomorrow. See what tomorrow brings. Where do we want to pay attention to the cues at, though? Big question. One, we want to pay attention around the moving averages. So we've got the 8-day moving average there. And so that would be a good place, or around past support, which is right there at about the 33, 34 level. And that 337 level, I would put an alert at 337 with the anticipation that that may give us a trigger to the upside, or it may basically fail there. So that's kind of a line of demarcation. If we run over and look at the intraday charts, let me get rid of that. Before we go over the intraday charts, I like doing this. I like basically taking a price level that's identifiable on the daily or the weekly charts. We have one right there at the 8-day moving average. About there. Still trying to snap. There we go. Let's see. Now we can run over to the intraday charts to see, okay, what does that provide us? Is there a level on the intraday charts where we could, in fact, perhaps show some and as you can see, I've got rid of the after hours here. And so here's the line we drew. Now, is there a level of potential support down in there? It's kind of hard to see. And so I will start dropping down into a lower time frame. Like I'll go back into the 30-minute or even drop down into the 15-minute chart to see if there is a level that's definable. And there is. As you can see, they came up, hit that high right there. So about the 336 level is a level of support where we could anticipate a pull back into there and a bounce higher. So at this time, not a lot to do. I'm not in a real big hurry. Try to jump on this trade on the move back up. Let's see if we get a retest. Again, two different places down here at the 334 level, and also is specific number, so that on the 8-day moving average, a specific number is not applicable. Okay, the 8-day moving average is about 3709. 3709. What about IWM? IWM moved this day again, but again, the issue I have with this, and I can't look a gift horse in the mouth. I recognize that, but at the same time, these are not great signals. They're not controlled. They basically show where things have happened. Yes, it's a confirming signal. What do we want to do with the IWM? Well, we've painted depending on which trend you look at. If we're looking at this last trend, yeah, we took out that swing low right there, made a new swing low. So as long as we stay under this level here, we've got a downtrend going on. The market, the 8 is crossed below the 20 and crossed below the 34. The 50-day moving average, though, we fell below it, and now we rebounded back up through it today. Is there a trade there? I think, the answer to the question is not really. We can do the same darn thing here. We can throw in a estimate of where that is right there, and then try to trade it off of the 219 level over to the intraday. And as you can see, yeah, that's where it broke out of before it came down and tested that between the 219 and the 219.60 and 219.35. However, see, end of day, we're finishing extended on the intraday charts on the TSI. So it would not be surprising to see some kind of a pullback into tomorrow. The market is just trying to figure out and find out which way it needs to go. So, hey, Carrie, how are you? Kelly? And again, as I've said before, if you have a stock you want us to take a look at, please a ticker symbol in the chat box, and I'll check that before we leave. The 3 stocks I want to cover real fast. If you follow us on Instagram, I posted to my story a little bit earlier today 2 stocks that we're taking a look at, we want to keep our eyes on. One of them is Tesla. Tesla made us what I think is a fairly good move to the upside today. There we go. And I identified that this morning when Tesla was down here up to 717 level. And the question we had going into the, that was at 5:30 Hawaii time or 5 o'clock in the morning Hawaii time, which is during the first hour and a half of the market. And what did we have? We basically, I was questioning, going, okay, we had support here at the 50-day and the 20-day. My question was, how will it finish the day off? And as you can see, it pushed on up through that level, broke the high from yesterday. So Tesla looks like, but it's faked us out before. Tesla looks like it may have retreated for a retest there at the 50-day and the 20-day and rebounded. It's done that 2 out of the last 3 days. That can be looked at as a very bullish signal for Tesla. I'll be looking for any kind. It's a nice breakout now. I'll look for pull back into the middle third of today's candlestick, or with this kind of candlestick, we can also get a breakout from here. So if it breaks out above, I would say anything above its close today. The close today is at 744. And so if we jump up above 746 tomorrow and start to run, that would be, we'll be looking at a potential trade for that going into tomorrow. So that's one. Tesla, very positive. What are the other ones that I was looking at? Well, the other one I was looking at this morning, I called everybody's attention to. And normally, and let me fill in a couple of the blanks, is when I'm looking at a stock first thing in the morning, I am not looking to buy. I'm looking to see where and what it's doing during the morning session, and then to be able to go back in after, either after hours and or towards the end of the day to see if I still have a trigger to the upside. I like Marathon. Now, Marathon, I'll be straight up with you. I like Marathon better down here at around the $27 to $24 level. At the same time, TSI is coming down and reaching towards its lower extension. We could anticipate a break back up. So momentum has not shifted to the upside yet. However, price action wise, we had a hammer yesterday, which is a bullish reversal signal, followed today, and if I get really close, yes, followed today by a bullish engulfing. So those are all positive. Price action or the volume, just about hitting the average for the last 50 days. And so I'll be looking at, let's see if Marathon, if it can hold here and put it and show that this is a legitimate reversal point, or in other words, a swing low, then we will look at taking a trade to the upside on that. The other thing I like about, just be aware with Marathon though, is if we can catch, let's say something about the middle of today's candlestick and ride it to the upside, that's about a 40% move. And that 40% move can happen really fast. So this is where utilizing conditional orders is absolutely crucial. because this will move so fast that you will not have an opportunity to get a trade in on it if once the prices have been hit. So if you don't know about conditional orders, I think I have put a over on my YouTube channel, Market Tech Talk, I've talked a little bit about conditional orders there. The other one that I'm looking at, I like both Riot and I like Marathon, and the reason I like those two is in the Bitcoin or crypto space is that they both have weekly options. Now, Riot is actually, because it is closer to this support level right there, a little bit better. So we'll look at any kind of a pullback, and we'll watch that midday pull back into 39.52, 39.50, down to let's say number here. It draws back down to about the 38.67 level. That's what I'd be looking at for potential swing trade up to the upside. What kind of a target would we have from there? Is go ahead and grab the middle here. And this would be another, about a 44% run in a very quick percentage of time. So how do you trade something like that? It's basically very straightforward. We estimate probably 30 to 35, somewhere between 25 and 35%. If we can capture that much profit, go ahead and exit. Because what we want to do is we want to actually exit it before exit at least a part of the position prior to it reaching up to these past highs. The reason why is there are sellers up here parked who actually got in right here and had it just handed to them the next 4, 5, 6 days. And so they're sitting there going, if the price, and they're doing that little prayer, if the price can just get up into here, dear Lord, I will sell this, stock for, break even, and I'll never, buy a situation like that again. However, they will. So that's what we count on. So, but anyway, there's a pocket of sellers just sitting right there about the $56 level. And so if we get in here at approximately, again, I'm not calling this out, but approximately that level, yeah, 35% or so. And if we hit 35% within a 4 or 5 day period, darn good. Be glad to take that. So that's what I've got going on Riot. That's what I've got going on Marathon, MAR. And if you have any stock you'd like me to take a look at, please let me know. I will wait a couple of seconds for you to put something in the chat box. And if not, thanks for joining us today. This video will be up on YouTube, Market Tech Talk, a little bit later this afternoon. The other thing we wanted to take a look at, I'll just throw this up there really quick, is what happened with Netflix. Netflix, of course, they disappointed with their additional subscribers additions for the quarter. And as you can see, it was up here yesterday. It fell down here. It's back below. This is not a good sign for Netflix. And so, is Netflix going to basically show us some downside? We'll see. I mean, that's really nice setup for a potential move further down. If we drop that level there, that's just about the 200-day moving average. And as you can see, it's resting below the 200-day average, which for a growth stock is never a good sign. So until later, I'll say aloha. Anybody? And thank you for joining. Please share that the Active Trend Trader does put these presentations on every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, approximately 1 p.m. Pacific time. Aloha. And here's a handsome guy. Aloha and God bless everybody.